but I still jump at getting angry. I just can't, you know.
Paul's ego is still active, yes.
Does he get angry too?
He's always been slow to anger, and that has not been one of his issues to get past.
I just have to wait until I get really old before that disappears, or really work on it all the time.
Why would you pick that as a focus? You would have to.
I think.
The point is.
I don't know why I let some little stuff get to me. I really wonder too. Well, I shouldn't be doing that because I know better than that.
Is that more interesting to you as a topic?
No, I think I'm not going anywhere. And that's my focus.
But let your focus be the listening, the reaching out.
Well, it's not that anybody says anything. It's just that I can get angry at looking at things, some things. You know.
Yes, you can.
You know, it's it's ridiculous.
So accept it.
I never used to.
Accept it. Accept it. At the present time, you get angry easily.
I went through a period where I didn't.
Now
I do.
Well, now that you've accepted it, that this happens, say, okay, but I'm going to give my attention to listening, to experiencing the inner connection with my guide.
My guide doesn't talk very loud.
Your ears are clogged up.
I know. What do I do? How can I undo that?
You persist.
I know my
listening.
guide is there. I do know that.
You persist in the listening.
Do you know that my guide's there?
Absolutely.
I know he's there too. I wish he would talk louder.
But you see, you have to play a part in it too.
I can't always be asleep to listen to him.
That is true. I am not suggesting that you be asleep.
That's almost the only time I can hear him.
I'm telling you that you can hear your guide when you are awake. And that's when I want you to listen.
Can you really hear the voice, or is it an intuition? Kind of it's a very small, quiet voice.
In the beginning with Paul, it was a very quiet voice. He had to meditate at least 20 minutes to become quiet enough to hear this quiet voice. Any more busyness in his mind than occurred after 20 minutes of meditation blocked me out.
Okay.
He persisted in taking the time to be quiet.
Okay, that's my problem. I've fallen away because of
that's what I said. You have a part to play in it.
I fall.
You must bring your attention to the place where the connection can occur.
I've gotten lazy.
What made the voice soft for Paul was his resistance to hearing it. His preference to give his attention to the busyness of his mind and what he wanted to think about and what was truly important to him, you see. And in Paul's case, he didn't arrive at a point of being willing to become quiet enough until everything he was trying to be responsible for had gone down the tubes, and he lost faith in his capacity to be successfully in charge. Now, not everyone is that stubborn, and not everyone requires that. But you will have to play your part.
I'm sort of depressed now. I was doing that for some years, and now I'm in a crisis, and I'm lazy, and I just don't want to take the time to meditate for 20 minutes. Now, I do read the Course and
well, let's stop right there. If you're lazy at the moment, and you can't expect to experience correction of the problem if you're not willing to bring your attention to the place where the answer can come.
I got to get up and get out of my laziness, but I have a crisis.
No buts.
No buts. I just have to do it, but I can't find the way out of that.
That's right. And that's the answer. That is the wonderful answer. You can't. You need help. But as long as you're not shutting up long enough to listen, you are demonstrating the fact that you think you can, and you're going to find the way.
I get it in my dreams. I do. It comes through in my dreams, and then I just wake up and I'm by myself most of the day.
How wonderful! You have nothing to distract
I'm so
you
stupid
from
not to
being
take it.
still and listening.
No, but I'm paralyzed with
Now,
my
I want you to
crises.
watch yourself right now. You have asked me questions, and I am answering, and you're not listening because you are talking over me. You can't hear if you're insisting on talking. When you're going within, you can't hear if you're insisting on thinking.
If I can't
You can't
stop
hear the
thinking.
answer if you insist on rehearsing the problem and the issue over and over in your mind.
How can I stop thinking? Thinking is the problem.
You can stop thinking by asking a question and then listening. When you ask a question and listen, you shut up.
Yeah, you're quiet. But I don't want to think at all anymore.
Well, then stop. The fact that you are thinking means that you do want to think. You need to be real straight with yourself. If you're thinking, it's because you want to think. Nobody
undisciplined,
forces you to think.
Yeah, I'd rather not think at all anymore, actually.
Good. Then if you are alone most of the day, you have no one there to engage you in thinking when you don't want to be.
It's perfect, yeah.
It's perfect for you to have the time to listen, to become still, to go into that secret place within you, which is a place of silence.
I have to say it is very difficult.
Okay.
To discipline myself.
I will tell you this.
It could drive
It's
me
going
crazy.
to be difficult.
I'm on the bridge of being crazy.
It's going to be difficult one way or the other.
Yeah.
Either you are going to be miserable because you aren't listening and hearing, or you're going to be miserable because your thoughts are so miserable. Now, that is not what I mean. Either you are going to be miserable because you're choosing not to become still, or you are going to be miserable because it is work to become still.
It is, yeah.
So take the miserable route that's going to lead you out of misery. Choose the miserable route of self-discipline.
Yeah, I have to discipline myself. Yeah.
And I encourage you, when you are listening to someone else talk, that once they have finished talking, you take 2 deep, slow breaths before you respond. Give what is presented to you a chance to register with you before you cloud it over with what you have to say.
I have noticed that that's what I need.
You didn't take 2 breaths.
I do notice that that's what I need to do, but it's very difficult in the midst of a crisis.
But until you do it, life is going to be one crisis after another. This is the time you must...
There's no crisis like this one.
Shh. This is when you must do it. This is when you must do it. I didn't say it was easy. On the other hand, there's nothing standing in your way. There's nothing actually blocking you. God is not withholding it from you. Your guides are not saying, I will not speak to her until she's arrived at a certain point of development. Your guide is eager to talk to you the moment you will be still enough to let what your guide says register with you. What makes it hard is not honoring your own bad habits.
How can I honor them? How can I get rage and anger out of myself?
By finding an object of your affection. You are not angry at everything in your world, and if you are experiencing anger or rage at something, notice it, shut your mouth, shift your attention to an object that you do love, and love it.
And love it. That's kind of what I thought. It's hard.
Okay, it's hard. Get down to
I've been
work.
trying to do
Get
that.
down to work.
But all my hobbies I kind of lost interest in. But I'm gonna
The
try.
microphone.
I've kind of lost interest in the things I love, but I'm going to work at loving them again. But I know that that's true because it works for me, and I've noticed it. I
Well,
want
do what works and stop doing what creates misery and what creates crisis.
Well, the crisis will never go away.
Oh. Okay. I won't argue with you. You're stuck.
Would you make it go away?
I cannot make it go away. That's your job.
No, it's not in me. It's in my. It's a genetic illness in my husband.
Bullshit. Give the word, though, and suffer until you're sick and tired of being sick and tired because it's a genetic thing or it's this thing or it's the other thing. You've got to stop taking your
Don't pay
current...
attention.
Shh. You've got to stop taking your current perception of things as though it were law.
Yeah.
Or you will never become unbound from it.
Yeah.
And all it is the sets of beliefs that you have adopted and you have made commitment to.
I know. Yeah. Can I say that doctors, in a way, really set those tones in people?
I agree.
And I'm not going
but they're
to-
not God.
No, and I'm not going to a doctor. I'm not the one that's sick, though my husband is, but I've decided that they set those tones so strictly that I can see how everyone falls into it and believes them and makes
You
it
know
come
what?
true.
It doesn't matter about anybody else. What
Well,
tone
we're
are
all
you?
one kind of species.
Stop. Stop using metaphysical mumbo jumbo to convict yourself. Okay, you're all one. But what's causing your suffering is your lack of self-discipline. Nobody else's ignorance, nobody else's way of speaking with authority like they know better than you.
Yeah.
They are not causing your suffering. And whether everyone is one or not, if you're suffering, it's because you're the one who's not using self-discipline and self-control, choosing how to use your mind. Now, how are you going to use your mind? You're going to use your mind by asking a simple question. What do I need to know to experience the correction of this problem?
Exactly.
And then put a period at the end of the sentence and be still and listen.
Listen.
So that your guide or the Father or the Holy Spirit has a space to fill with the answer, a space in you to fill with the answer. So what if it's hard? So what if it isn't easy? Suffering isn't easy. What's the old saying? I never promised you a rose garden. But you know what? The only thing that makes it difficult is the strength with which you exercise your old habits. And you know what? Although you have to play your part, it's not all up to you.
You know, just one more question.
The microphone, hold the microphone up.
What about my daughter? Do you know anything about my daughter?
We will address that later on.
Don't tell me she has this too.
No, she does not.
She doesn't?
She does
She
not.
doesn't?
She does not.
Really?
That is the truth.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It changed my life. You gave me my life.
It was never taken away from you.
Promise, promise, promise. You promise.
I am telling you the truth. And now, I'm going to ask you to go downstairs out on the patio and sit on one of the benches or chairs and just let what I've said sink in. I do not want you to be distracted by any of the other wonderful truths I will be saying to everyone else until you've had a chance for this to sink in and for you to feel your joy.
God, she doesn't have it.
She does not have it.
My life is so much better now. I can't believe it. It's worth living now. Because when I came here, it really wasn't worth living. I love my daughter so.
Indeed. Now, enjoy some quiet for
You
yourself.
promise? I don't have
I
to
am
do
telling
a DNA
you,
test
I
from
am
the
telling
doctors.
you the truth.
May she have children?
We will answer more questions later. Stop thinking and just abide with what I've shared.
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome. You know what? She brings up a good point. There is nothing in reality, there is nothing in the universe that blocks you from your clarity, from your healing, from your transformation. No law of God says you are guilty of such and such, and therefore you cannot wake up for a certain number of years or lifetimes. It is the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, and He's giving it to you at every moment. And the gift is whole at every moment. Nothing is being withheld from you. If you're not experiencing it, if you're not experiencing it, it's because you are rejecting it. Releasing your habit of rejection may not be easy, but you must engage in it. Now, this has always been true, and at some level, all of you have known this was true. The only thing is that you thought you had to go through this self-discipline alone. And again, one of the reasons I am talking with you in this fashion is to confirm to you that you each have guides, that there is a Holy Spirit, that there is a God who is constantly loving you and gifting you with all that He is, and in the making of that gift, causing you to be forever and always whole. And I'm telling you this so that you might know that when you are engaging in the hard work of practicing a little self-discipline, that you're not alone in it, and that you have help available to you, so that you might reach out. So that you might get an answer that changes your life, because it topples a basic or a fundamental misperception that you've been holding on to and have been committed to. With Paul, and I'm not picking on Paul, but with Paul, things were tough. He was uncomfortable. But he wasn't uncomfortable enough to reach out for help. And he had to get to the bottom of the barrel, where he was so uncomfortable that he had to say, "Uncle." Mind you, he said uncle because life was uncomfortable. Saying uncle, though, was the most difficult thing he ever engaged in. That was his work. And one way or another, that's your work, is arriving at the point of having to say uncle and then saying it and meaning it. Your work is saying uncle and meaning it. What is so amazing is that when you say uncle, you give up, don't you? If you say uncle and really mean it, you give up. Well, where's the labor after you've given up? Having given up is the easiest thing to be experiencing, because you're no longer struggling. You're no longer trying to authorize anything. And in that void, in that absence of self-assertion, the light can go on and you can discover God right in the middle of you, and the truths that set you free, so that you never have to pick up and struggle again. So, you must do your part. And it's much easier to find reasons to yield. It's much easier to find reasons to say help when you're not faced with a crisis, when you're not at the very bottom of the barrel. So, I'm encouraging you all, when you're not in the middle of a crisis, to begin to say help, to begin to say, I need a friend, are you there? And then shut up. put a question mark there, and then nothing else on the page of your mind. And let it be blank as long as you can, so that something might fill it. And how do you do that? By listening. By just being silently receptive. Knowing now that there is someone or something there to respond to you, who is eager to respond to you, and who is desirous of shining the light in you so that you might see that you're divine, that you are not separate and alone, that you are innocent, and therefore you need not defend yourself against anything, that you're safe. But don't try to slip lightly over the work part of it. There's no shortcut through saying uncle. We will take a break. Okay. Who has a question? In the back, in the Hawaiian shirt.
Hello, Raj.
Good afternoon.
This is a health question. On this most recent Easter morning, I got sick and haven't been able to get well since then. So I'm wondering if you have any comments on that.
Who do you suppose it is that's holding you hostage?
It could only be me.
What's the payoff?
I guess that's the question.
As I said last time to someone else, I asked first. Who are you getting even with?
Well, that could only be those around me then.
Pardon?
That would only be those people around me, I suppose.
But you know what? Everyone else suffers as well, because they miss the gift of you because you're incapacitated and not fully able to make the gift of you.